Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Candy J, your favorite certified clinical sexologist, premarital marital counselor, wedding officiant, dating after divorce guru, mocha marriage facilitator, marriage bootcamp coach, 7 principles of making marriage work, Gottman leader, all of the things, your favorite bedroom candy consultant. Yeah. Hey, y'all. I know it's been a minute. Maybe just a couple of weeks. Life has been life, and y'all, business has been good. There are a lot of things going on, and I can't wait to share with you when I get a little bit more time. But tonight I'm coming to talk to you real quickly about breadcrumbing. What is breadcrumbing, y'all? Now listen. A lot of people talk about Hansel and Gretel, and in the little children's book where they left the little breadcrumbs to find their way back to their house, right? But breadcrumbing, right, also happens in face-to-face interactions, and it's becoming more and more prevalent in texting, social media, dating, where communication is convenient and commitment can be easily avoided, right? So breadcrumbing is kind of a fairly new term used mostly in our particular culture right now, right? I had never heard of breadcrumbing until maybe the last 10 years. But when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. And a lot of people tend to kind of compare breadcrumbing versus ghosting. So both of them are non-committal behaviors, first of all, but they like differ a little slightly. Ghosting, people just stop abruptly all communication without any explanation, without a bye, and it means that the relationship ended and the other person has no closure, no understanding of what went wrong. You're left going, what the hell did I do? Oh my God, why did this person stop talking to me? But on the other hand, breadcrumbing involves sporadically engaging with someone, right? Be that through likes or comments on social media, through text message. And it's mostly without any real intention of progressing the relationship, y'all. Okay. So what that does is it keeps you hopeful, waiting, emotionally invested, like, oh, did she text me back? Oh, did he text me back? Oh, I see they liked me on Instagram. Oh, wait a minute, they read my tweet. Whatever the case may be. Oh, wait, they liked my TikTok, right? So that's the difference between breadcrumbing and ghosting. It's ghosting just delivers immediate, like, sudden emotional shock. Boom. But breadcrumbing, it prolongs and prolongs and prolongs the unnecessary uncertainty and the self-doubt, right? It definitely creates a self-doubt, like, does this person really like me? Do they really want to be with me? Are they really invested in this or not? I mean, sometimes I kind of think that they want to date. Right? You sound like, a broken record or a skipping CD for those from my generation, right? Or winding that cassette tape so it don't skip, right? But and then a lot of people compare breadcrumbing and benching, right? Benching is it's used to describe someone who keeps another person on hold to potentially date them in the future, right? So where you always have some sort of backup plan, right? That person is benched. They're not actively pursuing that relationship, but it's always a backup, right? There's somebody in the wings, in the silence, right? Just sitting over there, sitting on the bench going, yep, I could date that person, right? So that's a little bit of difference of benching, ghosting, and breadcrumbing. But listen, there are several ways to tell if someone is breadcrumbing you. So I'm going to give you a few, right? Providing very brief one-word responses that keep the conversation going, but show a lack of genuine interest or effort, right? So they were like, awesome, or yeah, or Oh, I like that. Really, really, really very, very short phrases, right? Oh yeah, I saw that. Always being vague about their availability, making it difficult to pin down like a specific time to talk to me. Oh yeah, I was thinking about us going coffee this weekend, but then the weekend comes and they never confirm a day or a time, right? That kind of thing. Like sending a flirtatious text message once in a while but never making any plans to meet. Hello, let's ding 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 ding. Liking or commenting on social media intermittently, right, without engaging in meaningful conversation. Showing enthusiasm and interest during conversations, right? But never initiating anymore. So it's like, let's talk about text message for a second. You're saying, oh, well, how was your day? How are you feeling? And they're responding right back, right? And you keep on going, but then when you stop, they stop. Then 2 days later, it takes you to say, hey, how are you doing? What's going on with you, right? Or sometimes just responding to messages just enough to keep the conversation alive, but not to build a genuine connection. Like answering those surface questions or telling you what's going on surfacely. How was your day? How was your mom who was in the hospital? Whatever those case may be, but not actually giving you, well, I know you went to school at Harvard to get a business law degree, but what really made you do that? And that gets into more depth, right? Or, tell me a little bit about your father and your family dynamics, or your mother and your, that's genuine connection and conversation, right? Or giving you false hope about future plans that never, ever, ever materialize. Oh yeah, babe, I want us to go to Hawaii, or I want us to go to Jamaica, or you know what? Let's go visit my friends in Africa. But there's no plane. There's no plane ticket, right? There's no rental car. There's nothing booked, right? There's nothing, no resort booked, nothing ever that says, okay, this is actually really going to happen, right? Or giving enough compliments or praise to build interest, but never, ever, ever, ever making any effort to spend time with you or build a healthy relationship. All of these things, guys, constantly coming up with excuses, all of these different things, sending all of these things are sending mixed messages, which is or sending mixed signals, right? Which is it keeps you kind of affectionate but then distant, right? And keeping you confused about their true intentions, right? Oh, I really like you and I'm showing you in this way, but then I pull it back, right? And then 2 days later, I'm sending you another message. All of these things are breadcrumbing. Okay. And now listen, some people do truly struggle with communication, and it's common that life commitments can prevent people from giving relationships the time or attention that they really would like to. But if a person it really is repeatedly waffles between interest and apathy, it could be a sign of breadcrumbing, right? And why do people do this? Some people are narcissistic. And that's a word that has been thrown out a lot in this decade, right? But it's definitely true. And there's definitely signs of people that are narcissists. If you need to know more about narcissism, I am going to do a live about that later on this weekend. Because I think a lot of people are definitely affected by narcissists, and you need to know, right? You need to know some of the signs, right? But some studies have definitely shown that breadcrumbing is limited, right? But it's linked to insecure attachment styles, both anxious and avoidant, suggesting that there's also, I would say, a fear of intimacy or a rejection might drive some of these behaviors. Like, this is why some people breadcrumb, right? But they don't realize that it takes an emotional toll on the people that they're breadcrumbing. It's just terrible. And honestly, sometimes people need a swift kick in the butt to, or a reality check in therapy or counseling, whatever, in order to realize that they are breadcrumbing people. And sometimes it comes out of trauma, right? Um, Another thing, how do you handle breadcrumbing? Well, there's a couple of things that you can do, right? You can move on to a person that that does not breadcrumb, right? Focus on finding relationships that are mutually respectful and fulfilling, right? If you want to get a professional involved, like myself, if you find it difficult to kind of break free of those people, that cycle of breadcrumbing, right? Get a therapist or a counselor involved to help you process your emotions, build back up your self-esteem, and develop strategies for healthy relationship patterns, because sometimes you don't even realize that that's what's happening to you and that you need to kind of deal with it sometimes. So I'm hoping that this is opening your eyes just a little bit. Focus on yourself, right? By investing in the activities and in the relationships that make you feel valued and happy. Let's engage in hobbies, spend time with friends, family, prioritize self-care, right? If you know me and you've been to any of my sessions, I focus so much with individuals on self-care, because when you are taking care of yourself, then it helps to open your eyes sometimes of realizing who's not also trying to take care of your feelings, or taking care of you in a manner that is healthy, right? Also establish clear boundaries about what behavior you and want to deal with and find acceptable. Communicate your expectations, and let the person know that you won't tolerate being strung along. Okay, because that's what breadcrumbing definitely is. And address the situation in a manner that's calm and direct, right? Let the breadcrumber know, hey, your actions are affecting how I feel, and ask for clarity about their intentions. Yes, there is nothing wrong with asking for clarity, okay? And a mature person is going to understand that that's what you're saying, that's what you're doing, right? But you also have to be an effective communicator in order to ask for that clarity, okay? So that's why we always suggest, if this is something that's a pattern, then seek assistance, right? Seek help from a counselor, a therapist, a coach, someone that is going to guide you in that correct manner. Okay. So listen, again, this is your girl, Candy J. Your favorite relationship coach, premarital marital counselor, sex educator, wedding officiant, 7 principles of making marriage work, Gottman leader, and so many more things. Come back for more mental health tips, education tips, sex education tips, relationship tips, and so much more. Okay. And if you have more questions about breadcrumbing, first of all, hashtag breadcrumbing, but like, subscribe, ring that bell, and then meet me in my DM so that I can help you and assist you. Okay, guys? All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday evening. Bye.